Good morning. So this morning I just took it slow and hung out with my mom before she left for work, which is always my favorite thing to do in the mornings. But now that she's off to work and I'm here by myself, I'm so excited to be filming today's video. So this is gonna be an autumn reset. We're gonna get ourselves in check before the end of the year. During this time when a lot of people are just chilling and like going through the motions, I think this is a really great time to level up and work on ourselves and be productive and just kind of get ahead so that when January 1st comes, we're like ready to roll and it's not like a whole new fresh start. Like we're really ready to like continue with this momentum that we've started in the previous year. So that brings me into the title and theme of today's video, which is an autumn reset. So today we're gonna work on our mind, body, and soul and just get us all ready to roll into the rest of the year here. I already had my coffee today. Now it's time for my AG1. I haven't really been drinking this a lot lately, but I really want to get back into it because I know it's just so good for me and it's so full of just like great vitamins and minerals. So part of this autumn reset is just getting back into nourishing my body and consuming things that are good for me. So that's where this comes in.
You can really just change your state and get ready for the day that you have up ahead.
My morning meditation is an absolute non-negotiable. Sometimes I'm just listening to affirmations, but every morning it is something I must do to feel good. Additionally, after doing my skincare and brushing my teeth, I will often do my hair or makeup. Even if I'm not going anywhere, it just makes me feel good, it makes me feel put together, and it honestly helps me be more productive for my day ahead. Okay.
Is there anything that you would really like to know?
Like just like career guidance.
Direction-wise?
Yeah.
Hi, good, how are you?
Good.
Awesome, thank
We
you.
also have someone practicing drinks and we made an extra latte. Do you want one for free? Do you have
Like
anyone
just like a regular latte?
Yeah, it's just a tall latte.
Okay, I manifested that, but my mom would love that.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Huh? Show me the sambas. Girl, she's so cool. Oh, you're so cool. Okay, so let's get down to business here. So serious. I just had my life coach call, and it wasn't just like, she's not just a life coach, she's also a psychic. And for those who don't know, I'm like very woo-woo and like into energy healing and universal source energy, all that kind of stuff. But this chick, she's like that, but then she's also like calling me out on my bullshit. And she really opened my eyes because this whole conversation was centered around career, and she asked me about my career and I said I got fired, and we're talking about all that kind of stuff. She asked me why, and then I kind of explained to her, and she's like, well, you got laid off, right? I was like, yeah. She's like, you didn't get fired. She basically was just like, stop feeding yourself bad stories about yourself. Even just the way I would like talk about myself, it wasn't the most like respectful. And like, she's like, Sydney, like you clearly are lacking confidence and you clearly aren't like in your own corner right now. And I was like, that is so true. Like I would never talk about someone else that way. Okay, and then I was talking to her about YouTube and like, this is like the career that like I would do in a perfect world. And she's like, yeah, that makes sense. She's like, I know you. Like you're not a 9-to-5 corporate girl. Like I get it. The universe shut all these doors in your face to try and redirect you to do something that's more up your alley and something that you'll find more fulfillment out of. And I was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. She's like, yeah, so why don't you believe yourself? Oh, and then I was like embarrassed to admit that I want to be a YouTuber because it's fucking embarrassing. Then I realized it's not embarrassing. she's like, it's not embarrassing. I was like, I know, but like, I guess like my inner child is still like embarrassed. I just like was so self-conscious, and I feel like a big part of that is still like in me more than I thought. I'm just really reevaluating because I was telling her the type of content that I've been doing, and she's like, well, does that light you up? Do you love that? And I'm like, I guess, like, yeah, it's kind of like, I'm just kind of starting out again, dipping my toe back in. And so I'm just kind of doing like what I know. And then from there, like, whatever. And she's like, well, that didn't answer my question. Like, does it light you up? And I was like, oh my God. I guess I've just realized like the content that I've been putting out lately isn't necessarily like not me, but it's not my most authentic self. I'm being someone that I think people want to see, and I'm not being like who I actually am. And now I need to unprogram that. And now I need to figure out, okay, well, let's just take a dive into who I am, what I like, what I really want to talk about. And it's still beauty, it's still lifestyle, it's still wellness, it's still all those things, but it's just like, I tried to just like wrap it all up in a nice little bow and be like, okay, this is me. But like, it's not, like, I'm not that type of chick. Like, I'm not like the nice little bow kind of girl. I may maybe look like it to some, but like, I have a vaping addiction. I bet you didn't know that. Because I try to make myself look all cute and like, hee hee. I do a lot of contradictory things. Like, I like skincare, but I vape. Like, oh my God. I'm trying to quit vaping. Well, I'm not really trying, but I'm gonna try soon. Because I don't like vaping, but I'm addicted. So who cares? She's like, just be you. She's like, just do things that make you so happy and so excited, and people will like see that and like either love it or hate it or who cares. But like, just like be you, because people are gonna find shit in like everything that you do, right? Like, people are always gonna like have something to say, so you may as well be doing something that you love so much that you don't give a shit that people are saying negative about it. So that's something that I know, you know what I mean? Like, we all know this, but to have it really said to you like personally, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I needed to hear this again. So I don't know, this has been a really long ramble, and I'm not going to apologize. I was going to apologize. I'm rambling because I'm trying to tell myself and you what is up. What is going on? This autumn reset is still going to be a reset, but it's going to be less of a like aesthetic reset. It's going to be more like a deeper reset, I guess. And I can't just do this all today. It's going to have to be over a couple days. We got to switch this reset up, girl. But I think this reset is I have to reevaluate a couple things. And I think I know where I'm going with this, where I can take this video, but just work with me. Work with me here while we're just spitballing. I spent the rest of the day really just getting myself organized, making lists about what content really lights me up, what in my life really lights me up, what I want to accomplish, what I want to do. I just really sat there and pondered and reflected for the rest of the day. The next morning, I made myself a delicious smoothie, which is something I have not done nearly as much as I used to, so I really wanted to get into this healthy habit of making myself a nice, healthy breakfast in the morning. And without even realizing it, I was habit stacking this morning. It's definitely something that we all do without realizing it, but we could definitely utilize it more if we were doing it consciously. So for example, this morning I had my nice, delicious smoothie, spoke to a good friend on the phone, and was ice rolling at the same time. So essentially, habit stacking is just utilizing your time by doing multiple things at once. And now I'm shifting gears, I'm getting back into my organization mindset, and I basically am planning all the things that I'm going to be doing in terms of content for the next month or so. I like to do it all in advance so that I can just see what I have to do and do it and not have to think about it. I was moving my body at this point. Honestly, I have not been stretching or doing any yoga, so doing this small 15-minute stretch felt so good and was just a great step in the right direction for me to build the habit of getting back into shape, stretching, feeling more limber, and just in my body. If you're like me and you want to get back into working out, but you don't really know how, just try something like this to get yourself moving again. Okay, and now for the most important part, in my opinion, of this video, which is goal setting. So I decided to write 4 overarching goals that I wanted to accomplish by the end of the year, and then I wrote October, a step I can take to accomplish, November, another step I can take to accomplish, and then December, how I'm gonna wrap it up and just ultimately accomplish each goal. So I feel like part of the winter arc glow up journey is really getting comfortable trying new things or just doing activities that you wouldn't normally do. In this case, I decided I wanted to bake today. I attempted to do gluten-free cookies and you'll see how they turned out. It was okay, but that's not the point. The point is to just try. Even if you're not good, just put yourself out there, try that new activity, do things that you know will better yourself and just make your life more full. This is what happens when I try to bake and do something cute and homey. Do you see this? It's me trying. It's me trying my best. It's okay. I'm gonna do smaller ones this time. Hopefully that will work. Honestly, not bad. Wait, why is that actually so good?